quick recap. Last session, our party grew weary of the drone wastes and decided to cut their losses and continue to the lightning rail station after discovering some mysterious but powerful weapons in an equally mysterious dungeon. Acquiring a strange dark orb led them to wish for the orb that was in Xandris's possession, and they took both of those and put them in the open chest cavity of their newfound Warforged friend. This caused him to sort of explode slightly. Not explode, but a shockwave was released from him as the center point, and he took off very, very quickly, seemingly fighting himself at the same time as he took off. And with that, you guys shook down a couple of Goonies and accidentally killed one, plotting to rob a very nice older man on the lightning rail. There was a bomb threat that turned out to not be a threat. There were 3 bombs on the lightning rail that you guys defused quickly and prevented any casualties. After that stressful situation, you guys retired to the VIP area for a quick drink, and you saw somebody very familiar. Xandris. And with that, you guys, there was a long debate about what to do from this point. You warned of a terrible power that could be awakened by certain actions which you had already taken, and you all reluctantly agreed to go back to Sharn with Xandris in order to find the schematics for the Warforged to have at least a sliver of hope of defeating it.
Yes, I remember now. So we made it back to Sharn, and now we're...
Where we last left off, everybody was in the magic item shop in Sharn. Ivan is missing. Berg is with you guys.
Ivan escaped again. He came back with Mondo to check out what was going on. Did he double dip?
Well, while you were checking out the magic items, you turned back and Ivan was gone. He did double, triple dip.
Oh, triple dip. Well,
if he's still missing, I could try and find him with a certain spell that I just acquired.
That would be...
If you would like to try it out.
I mean, yes. I think Xander's minding his own business in the shop.
He's just sort of not in the back, but towards the back of the shop, talking to one of the Goonies about something.
You want to come back and deal with this later? Let's just...
Deal with what?
I don't know. I do a whole bunch of research and stuff. We gotta help our friend out. We can't just let him out there. Arathel, what do you think? I think we got everything we wanted from here, huh?
Well... We need to find Ivan and then move on.
Yeah.
So that's okay. I'm going to use cast the locate object.
Oh.
And I'm gonna search for his great axe of truth. That's on his back.
And the range on that is 1,000 feet?
Yes, sir.
You do not detect Ivan's presence.
But it lasts for an hour, right? So we can go explore.
Well, wait, what you said? I didn't detect Ivan, but I was looking for
the axe. You didn't detect the axe either.
Okay. So, I guess we can search.
Yeah.
Well, I came up
Just
find them
just try
manually.
to stay focused on that same thought, and we will let us search.
So, question. When I cast a second level spell, that's 2 spell slots.
No.
Right?
It's just 1 second level
Oh.
spell slot.
Okay.
So you have a set amount of spell slots for first level,
Oh,
set
I
amount for second level.
I see.
Also, I need to roll my hit dice really quick. I didn't do that for the level up.
Okay.
Come on, baby. Oh, 3 plus my con, which is a +3, so 6.
Middle of the road. Not bad.
38 now. Not
Our
bad for a
child
wizard.
has 50 health points. And the
Ouch.
DC is 18. I mean the AC, excuse me. Alright. I guess. Do you want to go north, south?
Well,
Where
he.
did you see
So,
anywhere he
when we
took
were
off to?
talking, she definitely doesn't live up on any of the upper levels. So I say, if anything, maybe we go downward.
Downwards?
We could
I mean,
also ask a couple people. Ivan is a very particular looking man. So maybe if we ask around, people might tell us where he was heading to.
Wait, did we already go try and visit Polly's place?
I
Wait,
would-
no, we heard that rumor and they said that she wasn't there for a few days.
Me and Ivan actually went there. That's why we showed up late, but nobody answered the door.
Hmm.
So
Where do you... Okay.
we need to go lower. That's the only thing I could possibly think of.
Okay, I'm thinking. I'm just trying to think if Ivan and how he would, where he would think that Polly would be, but
I'm going to have to put a bell on him.
And he'll probably tell you, I hate this.
Bro. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's the only possible thing I can think of. I don't think he...
So, are you guys walking and talking?
Yeah?
Yeah, basically.
I guess down to the lower, like, where the not-so-rich people live.
Okay. So you guys were in the sort of not the upper middle, but the upper part of the lower middle,
Mhm.
where the shop was. You start heading towards the stairs that lead down into the lower area of Sharn. Buildings don't look maintained very well. The streets are more dirty. A lot of people don't look starving, but they could go for a decent meal. Alright, so you guys are heading down to the lower area.
Mm-hmm.
Alright,
Walking down the steps.
you guys make your way down, walking through the city. While you're still concentrating on your spell, you don't sense anything as of yet. So, are you gonna continue downward, or are you going to sort of weave your way through this area to see if you pick up on anything?
I don't really sense any, guys. I don't know what you guys want to do.
I mean,
We
so
can keep going, but I'm still not detecting
the
anything.
parameters, like the parameters of this area of town is significantly bigger than 1,000 feet, right? And each,
I mean, yeah, Sharn is a very big city.
I was just talking about this layer we're on. So
Yeah.
I mean, we could search.
I wouldn't
through-
say significantly, but I mean, like, I don't know. Think Charlotte.
Oh, I mean, 1,000 feet wouldn't take up much in Charlotte at all.
Exactly.
I mean, I really think if Polly lived anywhere, it would be here. But if you want to go even lower, we can. But I don't know.
We might as well try. Maybe Polly's down here too. Let's keep going.
Going through alleyways, making twists and turns. Give me just one moment, peeps.
Do I have to do a concentration
No.
roll?
You're not
Okay.
in combat. You guys, occasionally, well, make perception checks.
Okay.
Anybody who wants to.
Oh, 8.
Do one for Berg
Plus
as
4.
well.
Okay, that's 13.
13. What'd you get, Luke?
23.
Oh, God.
He sees everything.
Yeah, so Rattle, Rakshata, and Berg, after a little while walking through some of these alleyways, you guys start to notice small symbology. Just sort of scratched into the walls around occasional buildings. It's not like every building, but...
Oh, are these like the dragon symbols, like on Mondo's neck?
No.
Dang. Okay, but...
They seem inconclusive or of no consequence or anything. Like, they don't mean anything at first. But while you guys are walking, you sort of see, every once in a while, whenever you pass one, Berg looks over at it quickly, sort of nods, thinks to himself for a second, continues walking.
What? Can I use that perception to be looking at Berg?
I mean, that was sort of a package deal.
Cool. What do you make of these weird scratches and symbols?
It's
Can you describe them so I can draw them?
It's thieves' cane.
On walls?
Well, yeah, it's not necessarily the spoken version of thieves' cane, but
Did I give you that idea? No.
basically, if a guy in either the Thieves Guild or somebody that was previously in the guild, they'll leave marks on certain areas that they know can either help or hurt them in specific ways. To regular people, they don't mean much of anything.
So, like, who would be good for robbing or who wouldn't be good for robbing?
It's a little bit deeper than that. Come back with me this way. And he starts, making you guys backtrack a bit to a sort of beat down looking inn. And there's two tiny, like, shovel looking carvings into the side of the wall just around the corner from the door.
Like pointed shape like that?
Mm-hmm.
Two.
Yeah. They're aimed or carved diagonally to the left, downward. This basically means that these people are always looking for help with their work. They're willing to pay.
True.
Well, from those two little symbols, it's pretty impressive.
Do you guys keep going the way you were going?
I mean, is there any other? What direction are we? We haven't been set up.
Maybe we could ask the people in here, do you think maybe if we toss a couple coins their way, they might give us some information on how to find Polly?
Maybe. I mean, it
fruitful?
does seem like an impoverished area.
People love money, regardless of poverty or not.
You never know who knows who in cities like this.
I guess it can't hurt. I really wish we had this. Oh God, I'm trying to think if any of us have anything of Ivan's. We could maybe try to get Bentley to sniff him out.
I feel like you would be the one to have something like that.
I mean, yes.
Papa Mondo.
I don't
have anything. Oh wait, I have his claymore. Or wait, no, that was the one that.
Oh no.
He didn't have a claymore. He had a short sword. I don't. What is it?
He had all of the armor that you guys had given him.
Oh, I see in parentheses Ivan now.
Yeah.
I don't have anything that might smell like him. Doesn't seem.
I guess it can't hurt to ask.
Oh wait, what about I can use my my ring of animal influence to try and like speak with like some rats around to see if they've seen a boy with that armor in this.
I mean, you really never know. Yeah, maybe I know what you're talking about. Maybe I don't.
Yeah, it says.
You got some lizard meat on you. I can smell it.
Not my lizard jerky.
Lizard. I remember lizard.
Oh, God. Okay, listen to this. String has 3 charges. I've only used it once, and I think it was to talk to a
Bear.
yeah. So, it gains 1d3 expended charges daily at dawn. Oh, so
Which
you have to roll for them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, even
1d3.
if you rolled the lowest possible roll for that, you would still gain a charge,
13.
which
Yeah.
would put it back at 3 charges. So there's not.
So DC 13, so I have to be. If I want to.
You gotta find a rat first.
Yep.
Oh, yes.
That's the hard part about what you're trying to do.
It's the lower levels of charm. You also have a cat.
That's
Wow.
fucked up.
Yeah, that's actually.
I mean,
even Mondo would say that's classist.
All right,
You said it was-
Aristocat.
You looked at. Oh my gosh.
Damn.
I'm rolling perception to look for rats.
No, you're not. You're either gonna roll investigation or survival.
Survival. 15.
All right, you're looking around quite a bit. You see a bunch of cracks lower down to the ground that have sort of larger openings into the walls of buildings you believe that may be used by rats.
But you don't let me find one.
No.
So mean. It was a failure before it even began. Is there any other animals?
There's a dog that's been traveling with you guys this entire time.
Look over
What
at
the
Bentley.
Wait, what if Bentley actually saw him leave or something? He is observant, and he knows magic when he sees it most of the time.
Oh, yeah. Wait, I don't have to speak with animals for him. He's got an intelligence of 10 now,
He
right?
does. So it's a little bit if you just to like lay it out on the table, player to player. Yeah, he Bentley can understand us to an extent, but if you use the ring, it's a totally different form of understanding and speaking.
It would be as though he's naturally
Right.
known common
Y'all
his
would be,
entire
yeah,
life.
y'all would be pretty much barking at each other in a way.
Yeah.
Like how you were growling at that bear. That was really weird but cool.
Okay, well, I look over at Rockshot looks over at Bentley as he's just like just drooling on himself, and I'm gonna cast Speak with Animal with the ring of animal influence.
Okay, Bentley chooses to fail the save.
That's a good thing, silly goose.
Oh.
He failed the save, so you can speak with him.
Oh, okay. I was confused. I thought
It's
he was
okay.
like refusing to talk to me.
Talk to the paw.
Hi there, Bentley. How are you doing?
My butt itches.
Did you happen to see where our buddy Ivan went?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you help us track him? I do admit that your snoot is better than mine.
I can't really smell him around here, but he took a right out of the shop and we all went left.
Oh.
Oh, damn it. Well, now that we've got this connection, I hope you can communicate it better. Try to remember some of these words when you're saying other things other than magic.
But you're speaking my language. Try and remember how to bark. It's tough. Controlling the tone, the level of impatience with this conversation. I'm kidding.
Okay. I end it right there.
Okay.
I just pat him on the head, and then I let him go forward, and then I tell him. He said that he went right out of the shop, but we went left, so we have to go back to the shop.
This is most terrible to hear. Let us go back. Hopefully you can concentrate on that spell. We might want to hit the jog.
Yeah.
So you guys start getting a bit of exercise in while you're headed back in that direction. Doesn't take you too terribly long. You guys were walking for maybe 25 minutes.
Oh, okay. That's not too bad.
You get back to the shop. You continue going forward to what would have been your right out of the shop. And you start noticing some familiar places. You know, this is the direction that you guys came from back up into Sharn. You know, after your adventure in the orchard, after staying at Greg's,
Bucket
Way
shop.
back when.
Bucket shop. You guys haven't passed it yet, but you know you're on the path to it.
Okay.
Nice. I want to see what Bucket's up to.
Me too.
So that means we're going back by the magic shop.
You guys have already passed it.
Oh, okay.
Wait. Can we just turn back around again? I want to see what's up with Bucket too. I need to see if his eyes.
We're going in the
improved.
Bucket's not too far away from the magic shop. We're headed towards Bucket now, right? Or in that general direction.
You just-
I assume
That's
so.
Is that where Ivan went, or from the right is to Bucket's shop?
Yes.
So we are going to pass it.
Exactly.
Sure.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
I want to see if I need
Check
to
up
check
on
on his eye.
Yeah.
You guys are walking for a good little while. You run into a wily old man with long white hair. And a good eye.
Hell
He's
yeah.
got a good eye.
This one. Couldn't do the other one.
Hey, how y'all been?
Good. We're very glad you made it back home safe.
Oh, how I missed you. I give him a pat on the back.
Oh, girl.
How are you doing? How's the town been?
Picks up a cone and sticks it in his ear. What?
I said, how has the town been?
Oh, it was great since it unexploded.
That was quite a miracle, wasn't it?
That's crazy. I wonder who did that.
You know, only the gods truly know. These things, it's like a miracle.
Truly. Can I help y'all?
Do you have any items for sale?
Nah.
Do you remember that map we talked about a long time ago?
Oh, yeah. With my good eye, I actually scoped out a couple places on the way back here. He hands over a poorly drawn map.
Oh, this is
There you
of
go,
some
Mondo.
of the most amazing artisanship I've ever seen in my entire life. Mr. Bucket, how do you do it?
Oh, you know, I just take my time and try and make sure that my depth perception is on. So the area that the map covers is sort of it. There's not much on the northern side, outside of Sharn, of the map, but it's got a good bit of the hill mapped out, and then he's marked where Flint Keep is and Torch Keep on
So,
the other side of the river.
When you said poorly, I mean, it's not the worst map ever drawn in existence.
I mean, no, it's not. But there's not like the topography of it. Everything's flat.
Yeah.
He doesn't show you where hills are, where
Right.
pits are, mountains. There's a couple shittily drawn trees, a happy little mouse at the bottom left corner of the
Nice.
map.
How much for this, Mr. Bucket? How much for this beautiful craftsmanship?
Well, y'all helped me get back here, so I reckon you just take it.
You are just the sweetest old man. I wish nothing but the best things
Me too!
Alrighty. Do you have anything of the magical sort? Besides that magical map you just gave us.
I've got just the thing. He walks way too close to you.
Oh, goodness.
Gets right up in your face. Reaches up behind your head, pulls out a copper piece real quick.
Oh, bucket. You charm me so. I take that copper. Can I do a sleight of hand check to turn into a platinum coin to give him?
You didn't have a platinum coin readied, so you can make it at disadvantage.
Oh, shit.
Okay. Okay. That's 15 and 16!
Okay.
That's actually 17. Because I have
But it was at disadvantage, so
Oh,
the
wait,
15.
so 15.
Yeah. Luckily, the hand that you pulled this off with was on his bad side. So
Yes.
he didn't notice anything at all while you grab his hand and then sort of turn his hand back up, and there's a platinum piece now in it. It's like, oh god! Real magic!
Mondo's just looking. That was incredible. It just keeps getting better.
Oh, yes.
Do you
Just
want
to
this
help him
back?
out. Just to help him out. No, this is for you. It's patronage, unless you want to give me anything in your shop. I'll take anything.
Well, he turns and he looks at some like aluminum cutlery and
Soft as fuck.
brooms and shovels and nothing in there that's worth a platinum piece. So, well, I can survive off this for a good little bit. Why don't we, share the storefront?
What? What?
Every Thursday, or the equivalent in D&D, I'll pack up all my stuff and take it back to me house. And then you guys can set up shop and sell whatever you have.
I think.
Rattle, are you hearing this witchcraft?
Mondo, what do you think?
Coming back to Sharn once every week, that just sounds like a really heavy object. But also having somewhere to sell something in case we get bored of some stuff and want to make some quick coin. Do you have any breads better than hardtack?
No, I'll just take this. I'll take the shovel.
He does not have any food.
I'll take the shovel that he's looking at because I'm the one.
Now
that
we'll
digs
have two
dirty.
shovels?
Yes, you will have
Yes.
2 shovels, and he grabs the nicest looking one off the wall. It's just the least beat up out of all of them.
Shovel time.
It's like the equivalent of a pre-owned goods pawn shop. He has no food.
Oh,
Oh, the food.
For sale.
right. He's not.
Oh, I was
He
gonna
doesn't
say,
look starved. He's not portly, but he doesn't look starving, does he?
No, I mean, he's just sort of scrawny. Not starving, but
Okay.
just looks crazy as hell.
Understood. Okay, well, it was nice seeing you and talking with you again. I tap him on the shoulder again. Pat, pat, pat.
Oi. Also, have you seen Ivan running through here?
Ivan.
Yeah, he's changed the path. He's actually a good kid now.
Was that who was it? Was that who was in the armor running through here with a big old axe?
Ah, our boy.
Yes,
Yes.
that's him.
I reckon you keep walking the way you was going, you'll get to him.
Okay,
Well,
sounds good.
Bucket, you have been beyond helpful today.
Well, my pleasure. Sort of
See you
bites
next-
the platinum piece.
Oh.
We hope to see you again soon. I wish you well. shout that as we are walking
Right.
away in the other direction.
All right. You guys
the
are
direction we were going.
you guys are walking for about 10 more minutes on the main road going away from Bucket's shop, and you feel your mind sort of focus in on a specific area nearby. The location of the axe is clear to you. It's about 750 feet down this path, and then 250 feet off to the left. Or 200 feet, no, 250.
Okay, guys, I finally sensed the axe, so it's got to be Ivan. Let's keep heading straight, and then hang a left, and then we should find him in about another 20 minutes of walking. Perhaps.
Okay, Berg, what is the shortest distance between 2 points?
Straight line.
I want to pick him up and just start flying.
Oh my gosh, forgot it. Dang it, Mondo only so many rides!
I don't like this.
I do.
Bentley's just barking. Magic! 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 Hey!
Well, I guess.
God dang it. I'm just running with this. I get on all fours, and I'm running because I know how to get. I'm racing now because I know where
shit.
they're at.
Are
You
you-
don't know exactly where you're going.
No, we're flying in a diagonal.
Exactly. So I'm gonna go on foot so they can follow the running cat lady.
That's why I have Berg my eyes right now. I'm just focused on flying.
I told Adel to get on my back, and I get on all fours, and it's his turn to be on the saddle, my shield saddle.
Okay. Since it's been a while since you were on Rakshada's side saddle, I need a dexterity check.
The only mount this adventuring party has ever had is literally a member of the adventuring. What the fuck?
Got something special planned soon, though.
Yeah?
Awesome.
Is it lower than 10?
No.
You're fine. So, you guys start running off, and Bentley's doing his best to keep up behind you. And you're flying roughly in the direction that Rakshada told you. It's a friendly little race. But you being on the ground, this whole area looks very familiar. And as you sense that it's your time to take the left, you take that left, and you can see the sort of not apartment building, but like the section of buildings that has been set aside for a residential area in this part of Strahd. It's the same set of like houses that you guys stayed in when Greg offered for you guys to stay.
So like the same complex. in a
Yes.
way. Okay.
The weird thing about the way Sharn is designed is that like a lot of the buildings are different things the higher you go in the city. They're like the same buildings, but towards the lower levels they're not as well kept, and the roof of a shop or a house or something is going to be the floor for the next thing up. So, you get the feeling that Ivan is somewhere within Greg's house.
Huh?
I slow down to not a searing halt, but a slow halt so that I don't shake and rattle off of me.
Does Berg let me know? Or does Berg notice?
It looks a lot different from up here.
Oh?
You guys can't really tell that this area is somewhere that you've been before because it looks totally different.
Right. I was talking about just like
You
rock
do
shadow.
see Rakshada
Okay.
stopping, so
Okay, I guess.
Mondo would assume to glide down.
You shouldn't be so good with those wings.
I'm trying to learn slowly. I can't do any tricks or anything. I'll hurt myself.
Acrobatics check.
To glide?
To fly because you just got those wings. I feel like that's fair. I have to get used to it. I am upset.
He failed 3 checks before he got the hang of flying.
Yeah.
And he still flew at low altitude.
Right.
I think that's good enough.
And Bert's small.
Yeah, I guess. Okay.
You would have to have like a strength of 6 to not be able to pick up bird without ease.
Well, as I see Mondo gliding down, I take my shield off of my back and I like get the sun in his eyes as he's trying to land.
What is this gonna be? Is that an aimed attack?
I guess. I mean,
I'm
wouldn't
just
know
trying to
how
blind him without using
Counter
a
spell. Fucking send the sun right back into your eyes.
Counter spell just nullifies magic.
Right.
Silly goose. So, you glide down, y'all are in front of the door where you snuck out last time you stayed here.
We didn't stick around for breakfast.
No.
Alright, I guess I'm gonna knock on the door. Bang, bang, bang. Hello? Ivan. I know you're in there.
No answer.
No answer. This will not do. See, you have to put more umph into it.
All
and
right.
I want to... as best I can. Mondo's not very strong.
And you do. There's about 4 or 5 minutes go by.
Wow.
And then a
Tough route.
worried-looking... Worried-looking Aldrada, Greg's wife,
Yeah.
answers the door. Roll Percepes, anybody who wants to make one.
Well, I guess we're all at the door.
Oh.
So
16.
8. Oh,
10. Mondo, you're the only one that notices that Aldrada has been crying recently.
Oh dear. I kind of look over at... Is everything alright?
I didn't realize it was you. Knock lighter next time, please. She gestures for you guys to come inside. You enter.
Yeah?
Everyone enters. There is a makeshift alchemy table set up, not in the foyer, but in the sort of den off to the side as soon as you get in the door. There's just a couple like herbs and strange-looking plants, and there's like a small chunk of non-human flesh sort of sitting on the corner of the table. There's a small cauldron and several empty vials.
None of this was here the last time
No.
we were... What the fuck? Okay.
Are you
What's going on?
trying to... Is Polly held up here?
Try not to mind Polly's station over there. They're tending to Nina now.
Nina.
My daughter.
I know, but what's wrong? I was saying that in a worried tone. What's wrong with Nina?
Nina's been bedridden since the attack. She was hit by a rock that fell from pretty high, and she hasn't woken up. She's still breathing, but we can't roust her.
Okay.
Can Rattle take a look at Nina?
What do you say to Aldrada? Do you just start like walking up the stairs,
Oh no.
or?
You could use Shada's voice if you wanted.
No, that's fine. just want to say something like, may I take a look at Nina?
Altreda sort of looks you up and down and says, if you think you can help, by all means. Polly's tried everything short of this poultice that she's been trying to make.
Poultice?
Poultice.
Poultice.
It's like a potion, but thicker.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Like mega pulpy.
Oh.
Less of a drink and more of a paste.
Oh. Okay. I'm going to ask Alderita. May I also go up there with him to check?
Sure, why don't we all head up and see Polly and Ivan?
Been looking for that boy.
Yeah. Very, for the past hour, actually.
He rushed over out of nowhere. We haven't seen him or had his help at the orchard. We just assumed he skipped town.
No, he's been very busy and progressive with us here recently. He
Yes.
is really turning himself around.
He does seem like a changed man. I never liked the smell of him while he was drinking.
He's calmed down on that as well. It's managed. We didn't cut him off a cold pigeon, but
Alright.
let us go.
You guys head upstairs. There's a wooden door to the left, and another door you assume leads to the latrine based on the smell. And then down a small hallway, there's a door on the right with Nina carved into the door and a small heart.
Oh. Okay, I guess I'll go first. Slowly open the door.
Make a percepi as you're walking down the small hallway.
14.
As you're walking, you turn the corner to head towards Nina's room, and as you pass the corner, you notice another door on the side. It's carved similarly, but this one says Philo, and it's got two small hearts on the side.
Yeah.
Philo.
Yeah.
Huh.
You remember her tears?
Yes. I remember. Okay. Still need to go see Nina.
Alright, you guys walk and enter the room. You see a small girl that was so happy to have been saved by you guys, who is now lying unmoving in her bed with many bandages wrapped around her head and several others around her arms and leg.
Marshada just puts her hand over her mouth. Poor girl, my goodness, and I kneel down and I just give her a general
A
check.
hand grabs your wrist before you can touch her. Excuse me. Why are you here?
We're here to help.
How can I trust you can't do any more harm to this girl? I've tried everything.
Trust me. I promise. Everything that me and my friends are trying to do is to help.
She sort of lets go slightly, but still looking at you very warily. Your only previous encounter with Polly was not, she wasn't on the best of terms.
Yeah.
You guys promised to do something about Jurgen and his gang, but
They still blow up the city.
yes.
Yes. I understand. I understand your haphazardness towards me and my group, but I assure you, we do it with the best intentions.
I've been sitting on a small love seat by the window, like this, behind Polly. Just sort of looking at Nina.
Ivan looks chimed in right now. I nudge Mondo. He's about
I'm glad we were able to find you. And I'm glad you were able to find her.
Sorry I ran off like that, guys, but...
You were justified. Rathel, would you like to look her over?
In Rockshadow's voice, he's going to say, of course, and then kind of look over at Polly just to make sure he has the approval for approaching Nina.
Polly's just standing there with her arms crossed, watching you guys. So, I just want to get this straight. What are you guys trying to do? Are you trying to figure out what's wrong with her, or are you just going to try and basically heal her?
Well, I was going to try, like, part of my lay on hands pool to see if that helped. But that's what the handle is for.
Oh.
After a long rest, also, Mondo has the safety net of, like, higher level healing spells. But I guess just trying to get a general understanding of all that. And Rattles, I would say you have the highest medicine check out of all of us as well, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I also have a +4. But yours is like
for
+5.
medicine, I have a +1. So
Yeah.
I'm not...
I'm going to try and do my lay on hands pool.
Okay. How many points are you using?
I have 25, so 30 from that multi-class level up. So I'm gonna try and use I'm gonna use like 10 just to see.
So you remove those points from your pool. You try and tap into this well of divine energy that you store within yourself and sort of try and pass it as efficiently as possible through your hand onto Nina's forehead, I guess.
Yeah.
Nina's skin sort of glows faintly, and you guys wait and watch her for a couple minutes. No change. But Polly seems genuinely impressed.
Well, I guess that didn't work. I apologize, it didn't work on my behalf. But my friend, who is very well versed in medicine, and I gesture towards Rattle and pat him on the shoulder.
Okay, if you're just going to look her over real quick and get a general idea of what's wrong with her, make 2 medicine checks. Or just one based on how long you want to spend checking around.
Like a specific part.
I mean, this would be sort of like a physical, I guess, for clarity.
Okay, 9 for the first one and 22 for the second one.
Okay, so you're used to, the Kinku anatomy and hollow bones and such. So you're sort of learning the ropes of humanoid anatomy and elven anatomy. And it takes you a little while. You guys are sort of just sitting there for like 30 to 45 minutes. But after a while, you recognize that her femur, her left femur, is fractured. Her left wrist is broken. Her right arm is broken, and she has a fractured skull in several places.
Oh.
She's also poisoned.
Oh.
Does she have any... Well, I guess I wouldn't be able to tell. I was going to ask, like, maybe any sort of, like, internal damage.
There is no internal bleeding, but
Goodness.
You can tell with the 22 that the lay on hands that Rakshata did helped, but the damage to her was pretty severe and she's still fading.
Okay, Mondo, do you have any restoration you want to try?
If we are getting to the bottom of our ideas here, I need to go into a trance so that I can get all of my eggs in one basket and figure everything out. So that maybe I can do my best to help this child.
I could use my other second level spell slot to get rid of the poison.
Yeah, I mean that would be good in the short term. Is it at least midday? Like what time is it?
You guys got into Sharn pretty early. You were in the magic shop for a good while. Oh wait, no. It would be past midday. It's about 2 or 3 o'clock.
How big is this room? If I do the mansion here, would it obstruct or break anything? I mean, just to set up for the day.
There's enough space to conjure the door.
Okay. I guess I'm going to do that today, and I'm going to go to sleep. I'm going to walk in and go to sleep, so I don't have to take up any extra room. If anybody else is welcome, but I just need to sleep for a little bit. And I'm going to go to my room in trance.
Okay, so you walk over to one of the only walls that isn't adorned with any furniture or pictures or anything. You just rest your forehead against it, and you hear Polly say behind you to Ivan, "Is he okay?"
What does Ivan say?
He's fine. Just watch. This is the cool plan. So you rest your forehead up against the wall, and a royal blue and gold filigree door, shimmering, appears into the wall.
Rakshata just looks over.
And as you're opening the door to enter, Aldrada walks in the room to check on everybody. Is everything okay? I have some water. What did you do to my home? And then you shut the door behind you.
I'm going to allow just base entry everyone in the home.
Okay.
For anybody who wants to open the door. I kind of peek my head back out. We also have fresh bandages in here. We could transport Nina. There's actually there's like 100 people in here that are willing to help. I'm telling you, it's pretty cool in here.
I tap on Mondo's shoulder and I'm like, this is the first time witnessing this. Don't be too.
It is.
Don't rush them.
I kind of look at the spectral door and I'm like, you might be right.
Yeah. And then I use my second level restoration or lesser restoration to cure her poison.
Can I see that
Yes.
spell?
I'm gonna. Can I do one hand with that and then the other hand with like 10 more points of lay on hands for her scalp? Because you said I helped her head.
Before you do that, I was gonna ask a question. Would Nina technically be like at 0 health points?
She would
Or like
use 10 points.
Yeah.
So right now she would technically be at 11, but she's still unconscious.
Okay. Never mind.
Yeah. Can I do that, DM? Would you allow me to do that? Use 10 more. I'm gonna use.
Not at the same time, but you
okay.
can cast lesser restoration and then
Okay.
use 10 more.
So, I'm just gonna lay my hands on her like chest and her belly and feel Adawai's presence and her warmth in me as I try and identify all of the poison that's in her body and try to extract it. And can I describe how it's extracted through my method?
Sure.
Okay. I want it to like all in like one concentrated ball, while the light around it from Otherwise Radiance helps me with it.
Okay.
I'll let you describe what the poison looks like.
So you guys, Rattle and everybody else in the room, see this sort of sphere of light containing a ugly-looking, multicolored liquid. Some parts of the sphere are like an amberish, dark yellow. Other parts are like purple with sort of specks floating around. It's not a homogeneous fluid. Make an investigation.
What about Mondo?
Actually, history.
I'm in a trance.
Oh, that's right. Dirty 20!
Nice.
Nice. Alright, so you can tell that this is not just one poison. She had ingested or had these poisons enter her bloodstream through fresh wounds. You surmise, based on the conditions in which she was injured in the first place, that one of the buildings that collapsed via the explosions, rubble was contaminated by poisons and potions from a apothecary in the upper levels. Basically, she was pummeled by rocks coated in different poisons.
Jesus Christ. Let me write that down first before I explain it to the party. I calmly, can I contain it in one of my vials? I don't know if I'll need it, but I mean...
You can attempt to, yeah.
Okay.
It's not gonna, you don't have shape water or anything.
Oh.
So you're gonna need a large container that can catch it all at once.
Like a pot?
Unless you wanna...
Like a small pot?
Maybe, but both of your hands are occupied.
That's right. Rattle! Dig through my bag and find my small pot.
You mean this leafy green stuff? No! That's my incense! Don't touch it!
Yeah, Rattle's going to do like a Rakshata ass.
Okay.
But I think he's also going to, I guess, just browse the inventory.
Okay, you peruse through Rakshata's things while she currently can do nothing about it. Berg is chuckling in the corner.
Everything in the bag.
He's been hanging out with Berg too much.
As that's happening, Rakshata's gonna squat down slowly and then release the spell.
Okay.
And try to catch this viscous liquid.
A little bit of it sort of like comes up the sides and then dribbles down, but you sort of quickly, get it up off the floor and make sure that not very much is spilled out. It's only a few drops. Doesn't seem to do anything to the floor as well. You now have a tainted pot.
Yeah. But I still have a mess kit. I bought the small pot from a different guy. We were, like, throwing money at the people in the shops last time.
Also, DM prerequisite, Mondo locks his doors now. Just wanted to say that out loud.
Oh, speaking of, I meant to say this earlier, but she was getting really roleplay with that heel. I loved it, by the way. Before you go into your trance, one of the Ivans, the spectral Ivans, is standing next to a door that you recognize as the library. Sort of
He's gesturing towards the library, the spectral Ivan. Intriguing. Fuck it, I'll go.
Okay, so you enter the library, and this time, all of the shelves, which were previously filled with blank books, are empty. There's one book sitting on a table in the center of the room.
Where do we go?
The book is open.
Intriguing. Fuck it. Mondo thinking that this is just some kind of extension of what he's thinking of. Fuck it, I'll sit down and check out this book.
As you sit down in front of the book, sort of puzzled, wondering what it could possibly be, there is a sketch of a weirdly handsome gnome. Mondo doesn't roll that way. That's a good-looking gnome. Do you leaf through the pages?
You know what? Might as well. Is that the first page?
Yes.
So, okay, yeah, fuck it. I'll rifle through.
So you start turning the pages through, and some of the passages don't make a whole lot of sense. It references magic that you can't particularly use or understand at this moment. And then, as you sort of get towards the back of the book, you see some interesting concepts and images drawn of two casters, poorly drawn, the casters themselves, but the drawings of the magic that they're using are very intricate. Make an intelligence check or a history, your discretion.
History, please. Of 21.
21. These well-drawn spells emanating from the poorly drawn casters are spells that you recognize. One of them is a sort of sword wreathed in light energy next to a caster that is sort of got his arms around the blade, and then he's got green fire on his hands, sort of applying to that. And after that page, you... Give me a sec, I'm sorry, I didn't get a chance to physically write this down.
Need a card?
No, I got it. It's okay. On the next page, I'm going to need you to make another either history or intelligence check.
16.
16. These individuals on this page are more well drawn. They have no eyes, but there's their hair, and one of them sort of holding his stomach and laughing, and the other is sort of stoic and like deflecting a small arrow. You surmise that one of these indicates friends, and the other is bless.
Okay, it's like a combination of friends and bless. Nice. Just while I'm looking through, I want to call down the smartest of all the spectral beings, the scribe Mondo. He doesn't wear the blue and gold. He just wears regular clothes, but he has glasses. He's the only one who wears glasses. I call him down. Scrum down.
He addresses you in Sylvan, thinking that Mondo hasn't had a decent conversation in Sylvan in a while.
And I talk back to Sylvan as well. Your penmanship outdoes anyone else who stays here. I wanted to know if... And I pluck one of my own feathers out. And I take just my regular journal. I'm like, will you go through and sketch these? I need to trance to possibly try to save a life. I really don't know what I'm doing, Scrondo. And I set the stuff down.
Of course. Me? Mister?
Mister. Thank you. You know what? I'm trancing in the fucking chair.
Okay.
I want to create another spectral chair for Scrondo, though. He shouldn't have to just stand.
He starts studiously sketching each page of this book into a physical one.
Fucking, these guys deserve a pay raise.
Wait, do you have a physical?
I have a journal, but that
okay.
unfortunately will take away my journal, but I'll take it.
I mean, you can
buy more.
Do you have any, like, paper? Like, free paper?
I have my journal that I bought from Bucket, I believe, the first time I met him. And then I have my spell book. And of course, I don't want anybody writing in my spell book. So the journal it is. I'll buy a new one.
Some of my sketch paper.
Besides, Mondo needs to get a journal that's embroidered with gold and blue in it. He's been meaning to do that.
All right. You begin your trance. Make a religion check.
Come on.
It's been a while since you prayed.
Oh, 11.
11.
Uh-oh.
It's a good trance. One of your better ones. This century, at least.
Yeah.
I'm completing dinner.
Nice.
All right. Well, with that, we're going to leap back over to Rakshada
Hold a second.
and Rattle. You guys are currently just in the room with the small pot full of poison, and do you tell everybody in the room exactly what's going on with Nina, or do you keep it to yourself because you want to be the one to heal?
No. Hang on. I'm back. I didn't get to do my lay on hands.
Okay,
For her scalp.
then do that.
I'm gonna put 10 more points. Do that. After I carefully move the pot away with poison in it, I do that and give her 2 more health points, and then I explain. It seems that she, in the rubble that had come down upon this poor girl.
You don't know that.
You
oh
told
wait,
me
yeah.
that!
I'm sorry. I thought Rattle got it with the medicine check. Chill.
No.
Don't yell at me.
Sorry.
I'm only human.
Sorry. I apologize for him, because I did. I'm telling you, I wrote it down. See?
Okay.
That means you told me.
All right.
Anyway, it seems that an upper level, I don't know, perhaps another apothecary of some sort fell down and crashed, and that she was hit by the contaminated rubble, and that is what's caused her to be in this state.
Ivan's just sort of off to the side. God, that's brutal.
She's a tough little girl.
This kid is incredible. Polly pipes up and says, well, I'm sorry I doubted you all at first. Still not really sure about that high elf, but I'm sure he is helpful in some way if he's with you guys. Is there any chance we can get her to wake back up with your abilities?
I mean, I could.
How many points did you use on your lay on hands?
I used 20 out of 25. And I used 10, so I used 20 of them on her. Or no, that's 30 because. So I have 10 left.
Okay. You guys are sort of all talking for a while. Ivan informs Polly about what happened on the train, told her to look out for any suspicious tabaxi besides Rock Shadow, of course. That's my sensei. And while you guys are sort of in conversation and Berg's tending to Bentley, Nina's right leg sort of begins to shuffle around in the bed under the blankets. She's moving a little bit more. Her eyes start to open. And then she is bawling.
Oh, you poor thing.
She's like screaming, crying.
Oh, poor baby.
Aldrada walks up or runs up, hearing the commotion. She drops down to her knees and starts crying at Nina's bedside. They're both in tears. Make a perception check. Or insight.
It's a 9.
You're not really sure why she's immediately crying as soon as she's awake. You would think that she'd be at least a little bit thankful. Kids these days.
No. What you meant, Aldrada? Can I try to use freaking cast cure wounds on her?
Did you roll insight? Okay. I mean, you can if you want. If not, it's fine.
What time is it now?
About 4:30.
Okay, I'm gonna do it because I've got the spell slots. So.
You know what? I'll roll insight too because mine's high as balls.
Roll your healing. After a few minutes of blood-curdling screaming and crying, Nina passes out.
Oh. Well, I got 9 more points to her.
Do you...
Or 9 points of...
Are you using this...
plus my spellcasting ability.
Can I get through what I'm saying?
Sorry. Go ahead.
Are you doing this on a specific part of her body?
Well,
Just
it
healing
seems
her stomach where you had your hands before?
her head.
Okay.
Use fractured in several places.
Use cure wounds on her head, and there's the same sort of faint glow from her skin, and nothing happens.
Okay.
Aldrada gets up and sort of wipes her eyes and looks over at you guys. I think that's enough for today. Thank you for coming by. When Greg gets back, he's not going to want there to be a crowd. He's been working incredibly hard to get bandages and pay for Nina's home visits. That's why we've got Polly here as well. So, maybe next time?
Okay, if you insist. I'm just knock on Mondo's door.
I'm all the way down in the library trancing so that I
And
can...
you locked the door.
No, I didn't lock the
He
door.
already invited everybody.
Yeah,
in the
everybody's
room.
on the available.
Okay.
But, no, I'm doing the trance so that I can get the ability of the sword back to try to...
Oh, okay. I see.
how deep am... Like, how many hours have gone by?
Only 2.
Ooh. Yeah. I mean, I'm not there to say anything to detest it, so this is...
Okay, I mean, how much has the expenses been?
What?
How much has the expenses been for the home visits? You said Greg's been, like, working overtime, basically?
Yeah, he's been trying to sell as many of those apples as he could. they exploit us.
Okay.
They have all the power now that there's a bunch of injured from the attack.
I see. Okay. I just I take out the pound of gold. Or
the chunk
Mhm.
of gold.
Not the fool's gold, the actual gold.
I know you have like a block of gold.
Yeah. Oh,
That'd be
do that.
fucked up.
That would be
I take that and I give it to them. I want, if we can't make it back in time to help Nina, use this as to help pay for her visits. Because screw those guys.
right.
Those clerics know how to use their abilities. They just choose to exploit and gain money. And I would never stand for that, and I won't either. But if it must be done to help her, then here.
She graciously accepts it. Berg looks over to Ivan. So, coming with us or what? Went out of her way to come and get you. Make a decision. Ivan stands up and dusts his pants off. Puts his axe on his back. Walks up to Rakshata. Gives you a big, big hug.
Aww.
Then he holds you by the shoulders and he says, "I'm sorry, Sensei. Eldred already told me that I can stay, so I'm gonna be staying here for just a little while while
How
we wait
long
on
is
Nina
it-
to recover."
How long is a little while, my half son,
Not sure that applies
My
here, but
student.
okay.
my student?
He sort of leans in close while he's got your shoulders. I'm trying to find the right way to tell them about Philo. I want Nina to be awake whenever I tell them.
She's just missing, right?
She's a bear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot about that part. But okay. Well, you're gonna have to talk to Papa Mondo about this. You know how he feels about you. He's especially keen on your education and fighting. And I am too.
Why don't we all go fishing with Greg tomorrow then?
Fishing. I don't know. I look at Rattle. What do you think of this fishing?
Suspicious.
Suspicious.
There's a stick with some string on it. It actually has a hook this time.
Yes,
I
and
don't
the last
trust
time,
it.
and the last time I was in open water in a different plane of existence. There's sharks in it. Anyway.
Not wrong.
What do you think, Rattle?
Shrugs.
Oh, stoic as ever. Dang it. We'll need to talk to Mondo about this first before we make any decisions, because I feel like we need to make some progress with Sandy Boy.
Yeah. I guess.
We need your help too for that. But I understand if you won't. I see your side of it, and I support you staying here, but I worry for your safety and that great act of truth.
I can't say I'm fine, because I'm not. We're working with the guy that stabbed me. My true mom's niece is bedridden. I don't really feel like training with the guy that stabbed me right now. And there's some important information that they need to know. I can't just not telling them about Philo is just as bad, if not worse, than lying to them.
Damn Max. Alright, well, I just shake my head and I say, okay, I understand, and I go into Mondo's magnificent mansion, go through the door,
Okay.
and I'm like, Mondo! Your son! He needs to speak with you!
Being in a trance, I still can kind of hear and kind of see, right? So that instantly snaps me out of it at the fucking 3-hour mark. And I'm like, he what? As I storm up the circular fucking staircase. I surely hope that was my ears fucking with me. What did you just say?
He needs to speak with you. He has a decision that he's made, and I think it needs to go by you because you are very, very fond of him.
Okay, I brush my coat and I walk out the door. I look. Yes.
Maybe we should talk in the mansion.
Come on in.
Ivan sort of jogs over to the door and enters with you. So, you guys are talking in the foyer. Do you go any deeper into the mansion?
I'll lead him down to the library.
Okay. It's like, whoa, it's kind of empty in here now.
Is Scribe still going at it?
Yeah.
Scrondo? Yeah, alright. And I get a seat for Ivan to sit down to look at him.
Polly's niece, Nina. Obviously, she's in a pretty bad state right now. But, I mean, we've all picked up on the fact that, Philo is Nina's sister.
Yes.
They don't know where she is. I mean, Eldrada's already made peace with her being dead. Greg thinks that she's still out there somewhere, but he doesn't have time working to pay for Nina's medical bills to go look for her. And she's all the way in the Drone Wastes. We know where she is.
Yes.
But we also know what she is.
And you do not think that they would love her regardless? This is I'm not quite putting together what you were putting down.
This is a hard-working, non-magical family.
Yes.
They might not understand.
Okay. You come from a hard-working, non-magical family. I mean, you understand certain things. Listen.
I want to stay with them for a couple days until Nina is better. And then we can tell them all together, if you want, what happened.
I really hate to sound like an asshole, but if we would have had one more hour of patience, I kind of feel like I would have been able to do something for Nina if I could have finished my sleep. But I'll tell you what. I'm going to go back to sleep. I want you to take this and go upstairs. And I need you to really think on this because I've been thinking about your progress the past couple of days, and things have been, things in my mind have gone wild, and I don't know. I just feel like you need to know how much you are appreciated. And I hand him a rolled up piece of paper.
Okay. I'm trying to piss you off. Just take the remote right there. Chat says it's quiet.
Okie doke.
So I'm
Speak
like,
with us.
do I lose all trance progress? It's fair.
It was, yeah. He broke out of the trance, and it wasn't long enough to gain any benefit.
Okay.
Ivan takes the piece of paper upstairs, sort of reads it over. I, Mondo Calicia, hereby give you the proper title of the Champion of Mondo Calicia and Rakshata Kitanu. This will be your title until death, if you feel like carrying it until so. Your prowess and abilities have superseded what we thought imaginable, and it would be an honor to have your guard for many years to come. Do you accept this title? Now, outside of the library, Ivan read it upstairs. Are you still in the mansion?
Yeah, I'm witnessing this because I'm confused with this letter because I had no idea.
No, Ivan took this upstairs to
yes,
his
I'm
room
still
to
in the
read it
mansion.
alone.
Yeah, I'm still in the mansion.
Roll auditory perception.
That's a 23.
What'd you roll?
19.
Okay.
Just can't
Check
add.
in, since I was briefly distracted that you didn't pull one over on me. You hear a soft sobbing coming from Ivan's room.
Oh no! In a good way. Just like my ears twitches a little bit. I'm just listening. And is Mondo still in? He's in his trance.
He's
again,
in
right?
the library. Yeah, he's tranced out.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Trance. Oh. Semi-conscious. Something you and Nina have in common.
Yep.
Oh,
damn, dude! Oh, fucked up because she is a half elf. But,
Oh. Okay, so what about I guess I'm gonna go. I don't want to keep bugging the family because they said wait, so I'm just gonna stay in the mansion. But I'm gonna stick my head out the door because it's spectral. I'm gonna be like, Rattle, come take a rest.
Rattle's just awkwardly standing in the room.
Yeah, Berg's sitting on the love seat where Ivan was, with Bentley next to him going.
Okay.
Polly's kind of looking around at everybody like, oh, God, these guys don't take a hint.
I motion. I look at Berg and I'm like, I give him like a little.
Him and Bentley hop to their feet and run into the mansion.
I'm like, doggy door forms for Bentley.
Please.
And Berg can walk through it as the doggy door forms.
The gnome.
Yes.
Berg walks through the door normally. Has to reach up here to get to the knob, so. Even though the door is open from Berg opening the door to enter, Bentley still walks around to go through the doggy door. Everybody is now inside. For the sake of time, are we just going to say that, everybody sort of goofs off or has food?
I'm gonna take
Does
a
Ivan
short
stop
rest.
crying? I know I'm not there, but I can't.
I can. Should
Ivan,
I tell? No, I can't because he's in a trance. Go ahead, sorry.
Even though nobody in the party would know this, in Ivan's room, he had the letter, read it, mentally accepted the title, and then he threw the paper into the air, jumped up off his couch thing, I guess would be in his room since it's whatever he wants.
Yeah.
So he jumps up off of it, throws his fist in the air. He says, "I earned a title on my own strength. They trust me to guard them, but they saved my life so many times." Masters. Yeah.
Man, okay.
So I guess when I come to the end of my trance, I have to make my rolls to see if this is even possible today.
So you're trancing out until the next day?
No. For the 4 hours, I gain the benefit of a long rest, so I'm just until the 4 hours is up, and then I'm gonna as soon as it's available.
But for the sword, it's every dawn.
Thought it was every. Oh yeah.
I mean, I believe so.
Right. No, I'll sleep it through. I mean, there's no point in bothering everybody at nighttime anyway.
I was thinking about taking a long rest anyway, either a short rest or a long rest. Cause it's already late. It was like what, 4 or 5
Yeah,
p.m.
until
Okay,
next dawn.
Okay. Yeah, then I'll just.
You need to text Vigo. Just ask for a ride.
What?
Yeah. Vigo is our token barbarian that is late. But in the meantime, hello chat. Thanks for joining us.
Oh yeah.
Goristor. I see you.
Taurus is on his way.
Okay.
Just asked Vigo what the deal is.
What's she asking me?
I don't know. She knows you're in the party.
She knows you're the DM.
And I already told Mom that it's going to be a shorter session tonight because I have to work. I don't know why Ken wouldn't drop her off. That was the plan.
I don't know. Maybe you should. It's probably her.
Yeah. Sorry, everyone. I'm sure this is super interesting.
I'm ready to kick some shit's ass. We can take a break.
It's okay.
We're almost. It's what?
It's fine.
How
I have to
far?
text her back real quick. What do you mean, how far?
I'm talking about. I didn't say how far. I was trying to see how long this video is.
Oh.
So far. Gorsor says, just reminiscing about the game, never seen a party go this long without killing anyone.
Hey!
Oh, don't worry.
It's true.
We'll get there.
There's a lot of roleplay that we do, yes. But,
There's also plenty of NPCs in this area that they've encountered. Right now, their current destination is Sharn, which is the largest city in all of Eberron. It takes a lot of walking around and discovering new shops and areas before you can even get out of the city once you're in it.
And we're a little focused on healing at the moment.
yes, we have a
Yeah.
mission. This little girl, Nina.
You're a cruel bastard if you go walking into the woods looking for a fight when there's a almost dead child right in front of you.
But, we have also killed a blind, deaf, and prone child that was a doppelganger.
That happened.
That's different. That's different.
Yeah, it was a doppelganger.
Takes practice for sure. I'm personally itching for killing some things though as well. In the meantime, Rakshada is going to use her shape water feat because I took a magic initiate the last level up. I did have control water because I got 2 cantrips. I'm going to use that. I'm going to use that ability to take the poison out of the thing. Wait, no, I'm in freaking Mondo's magnificent mansion.
Yeah.
Shit.
What would
Well,
that stop you from doing magical things?
I'd have to be near the pot. I didn't take the pot with me. I just left it in
You
there.
just
like,
left the pot of poison in
yes,
there.
and I didn't mean to, but I guess I'm gonna stealthily. Can I stealthily try and grab this bucket of poison or this small pot of poison that I extracted from this child? Can I roll a stealth check to try and grab it so I don't disturb the family?
Yeah. Roll.
Okay. Yes. +3. How do I save me? 30, 20. I grab it.
You sort of peek your head out of the door. You're on all fours to make sure that when the door opens, if anybody's looking in that direction, you're just at the bottom instead of where you would typically be. You see Polly looking directly at you
God dang.
as she is still awake and in the room with it only being like 5 p.m.
I didn't. Okay, so she spotted me completely. Even with 20.
Can you get your poison out of my floor?
That's what technically, that's not my poison, but I guess it is now. I get back up on. I get up on on my bipedals.
Your legs.
My bipedals, because I'm a quadruped. I'm cat. I'm agile cat. Anyway, I dust off and I'm just like, I didn't want to disturb you again. I just forgot that I left it there. So, and then I grab it and then I tilt my head to Polly and I go back in the mansion. And when I get back in the mansion, I cast a cantrip of shape water to put this goopity goob in the one medium-sized bottle that I have.
Roll a concentration check to see if you can separate the poisons. Were you trying to just trying to put it into one vial or
I was
multiple?
just trying to put it in one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just so I have all
Then
of
you
it.
do.
Okay. Shape poison into vial. Uncork. Have it carelessly like that. Rakshana just looks at it, corks it up, and kind of tries to look at it in the prestidigitation light that is produced by said mansion. Just sees all the swirling colors and bits and just shakes her head. How could she have survived such a thing? Just talking to herself, kind of.
I don't know. How
Okay,
could
so now
she?
I have one vial of mystery poison.
Yep.
Okay. Wait. I feel like Rattle might be able to do something with this. Okay, so how long do you think it's been? I go to sleep after I do that. Because I'm in the mansion.
Alright, you're
I don't
going
know
to
about Rattle.
you're going to bed early.
Mhm.
What are you up to?
Nothing nefarious.
Not this time.
Rattle's just sort of lounging around the nest.
Yeah, going to stay up a little later, then go to bed.
Drinking?
No.
Okay.
Reading.
What does Rattle snack on in the mansion? Like, I mean, just when everybody's in their own room, anything you want pops up. So I imagine everybody's snacking on something. What does everybody snack on?
Baked potatoes with steak.
Hey,
That's a snack?
Yeah.
fuck it. In a
Okay.
spectral mansion, anything can technically be a snack.
Pistachios.
Pistachios, they're hard to find outside the higher levels of shards.
Talons are perfect for getting them apart.
Yeah.
Sunflower seeds.
Oh yeah.
Eventually, everybody makes their way to their rooms, except for Berg. His has remained empty since it was created in this mansion, and he,
He's a minimal.
silently and almost invisibly sneaks into Rakshada's room and goes to sleep next to her without Rakshada noticing at all, unless you want to do a perception check. At disadvantage because you're asleep.
Nat 20.
And
Disadvantage. 3.
7.
I'm just guessing. Okay.
It was a 4, but.
Yeah, you don't notice anything. His tiny little body barely moves the bed at all. He's just curled up next to you.
And then I just go back to sleep. Or I keep sleeping.
Everybody's sleeping for a good little while, and then suddenly, out of nowhere, you're still sleeping for a little while. And then, you're all shunted out of the mansion and dropped onto the floor in Nina's room.
Oh,
I'm good.
what the fuck?
All of your gear as well.
Oh,
I was just on like dog piled.
oh no. Are we in like our skivvies? We were sleeping.
Yeah.
Oh,
no!
We're in a pile. I immediately just put my stash my robe. What is the Berg? You do not have an undershirt.
What?
I'm in the middle and I'm just like, push Mondo off me, and then I push Berg off me, and then I pick Rattle up and I dust him off because he's my favorite. And then I'm just like, get my gear back on real quick. I'm just trying to do it quietly since Nina's resting there. Mondo, what the fuck was that?
Roll an intelligence check or, just straight intelligence.
Okay, so that's a 13 plus my intel, which is plus 4, 17.
All right. You're looking through the window in Nina's room outside. It's pitch black out.
Been 24 hours
yes.
about out.
It's now 4 a.m.
So I've tranced into a sleep. So I slept for like 16 hours. I'm like, oh god, my neck. But does that mean I make my roll?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I mean, it's just a couple hours before dawn, but you can go ahead.
Oh, I can. I really.
No, it's fine.
I wonder if Sandra's still talking to that man in the back of the
Oh,
shop.
I'm
no
not,
way.
I'm not even gonna bother.
No way. You gotta be.
Nice.
What?
It's double 4s. We're good.
Oh! I thought it was... Whoa! Okay.
Double 4s. So yeah, we're
Well,
good.
can we explain to the chat what this role is? Because we have this is a newcomer.
Oh,
Our Gordosaur here.
wish rolls. Nothing too crazy.
Mondo, through the most unlikely odds, rolled a natural 20 on an investigation for an abandoned magical item shop. I then rolled a percentile die to see what rarity or value of item he would acquire from such an investigation, and I rolled a 100, which was incredible. Mondo leafing through every single cupboard and small, area to store things. He found a locked cabinet containing the luck blade, which every day at dawn, Mondo can roll a d4 minus 1, and he has that many wishes per day. Aside from that, if he rolls a 1, then the wish ability on the blade disappears, but it still retains its luck ability, giving him a single luck point to use per day.
And it also gives me a +1 to my saving throws, which is always top notch. But I guess, as soon as I can tell that it's recharged with energy, I'm gonna walk over to Nina. I keep my sword sheathed because it doesn't have to be unsheathed to be used. I don't want to intimidate anybody. I imagine, is Polly asleep at this point?
Yes.
Okay.
Polly is not in this room. Ivan is sleeping on the couch beside Nina's bed, and Aldreda is sleeping in the bed next to Nina.
All right. I don't want to cause too much of a disturbance since everybody's sleeping, so I'm just going to get on my knees right next to the bed. Nina's the one closest to would she be the one closest to the outside?
Yeah.
I'm going to just put my hand on her little head, and I'm going to use one wish to cast the 7th Crest of Magic Regenerate, which pretty much just you touch a creature to stimulate its natural healing ability. The target regains 4d8 hit points, or 4d8 plus 15 for the duration of the spell. The target regains 1 hit point at the start of each of its turns as well, so 10 hit points per minute. The target's severed body parts, such as finger, legs, tails, so on, will also be restored after 2 minutes of concentration. If you have the severed part, you can hold it up to the stump and instantaneously causes the limb to knit to the stump.
Wow.
Which, I mean, this is just a general regeneration. So, I don't know if it'll work on bones. I'm just trying everything I got here.
Okay. Hearing that it just stimulates the body's natural ability to heal itself, you roll a stealth check.
Okay, stealth healing. Oh, 7.
7, just, you think to yourself as you're exiting the mansion door, as you're getting up to dust yourself off and, you feel as though the blade is recharged, you're like, yeah, I ought to do this quietly. And then, just out of habit, you walk over to Nina and draw the sword and raise it high, and then this brilliant light radiates from it and engulfs Nina just for a moment. And then a few minutes pass, and you guys hear like this faint, almost like creaking noise coming from Nina's body, and her arms and legs seem to sort of straighten out on their own, and she wakes up.
And she's not screaming?
No.
I just want to brush her hair back and just say, it's okay now, child. Everything's okay.
You're the one that saved me from those things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You're I know that didn't feel good for a while, but it's going to be okay. And I want to slowly just get everybody in the room roosted. Just a nice little couple touches on the shoulder to see if they'll wake up.
Ivan's, used to early days and late nights, so he's like, yeah.
So, help me get everybody up. I think I really helped Nina on this one.
Okay, yeah, I'll go get Greg. So, Ivan walks out of the room. You go to Aldrada next.
Yeah, and just slowly try to roster. I'm going to do a very dim blue light of prestidigitation, just something to give the room a little bit of a glow.
Okay.
A calming atmosphere.
And you drop concentration on Nina's regeneration, feeling that she is fully capable and as she was prior to the attack on Sharn. The faintest blue light appears next to Aldrada, and just the light itself, without you really having to interact with her at all, seems to sort of rouse her. She gets up and instinctively looks over to Nina to check on how she's doing, and Nina, being awake and well, hugs her mother tightly.
Oh.
And Aldrada cries.
Again.
Yes.
You sweet little lady.
See, Mondo trying to look, pretending like he's pretentious, but really the tears are starting to catch the bottom of the wells of the eyes. And
Get
he's just
back
trying
in
to,
there.
I'm just wait. I'm so good at it. I'm so good at it. She's okay, Mondo. And I give him a big hug.
I hug back. I don't like it. It feels good to do good.
Ivan returns with Greg. Pretty much the same old song and dance. They're all incredibly thankful, and Aldrada keeps trying to give Rakshata back the pound of gold.
Oh.
No.
Okay, if you insist. And then she goes with her shiny cat Christmas light eyes and grabs it back. But instead I give her like 2 platinum. Cause like,
Okay.
I don't know why.
Alright.
Just cause I'm sure that a pound of gold is worth more than 2 platinum. Right?
Yeah. Aldrada, thinking that you may have given her platinum by mistake since it's dark in the room, she quickly pockets them and thanks you profusely. Everybody's, feeling good, feeling great, and you get a voice popping into your heads.
Oh, fudge.
Just the 3 of you, Ivan and Berg. Where the hell are you guys?
We.
You know who this is? Did you guys hear that?
Yes, of course. And I'll just focus for a second.
No.
We're minding our own business. We're doing, we're
We're doing otherwise work. What are you doing?
I got a lead on the schematics. I need to know if you're coming with me or training before we go, or if you're letting me go myself.
We kind of actually, we need a little bit of time. I didn't think that was something we had a shortage of. Maybe a day or two. I mean, you have some loose ends here to tie together, don't you? I would imagine.
I'm leaving to get the schematics now. If you guys need a day or two, take a day or two. If I need to get in touch with you about anything, robot related, I'll do so this same method of communication.
Okay, sounds good. We can get wherever we need to, wherever you are. So don't you worry about that.
Can you give us a location as to where you say this lead is?
Apparently, there's some sort of cavern near Thrain.
Cavern near Thrain.
Or in Thrain, not near it.
Thrain, T-H...
R-A-N-E.
Okay.
When my Goonies shook down a peasant or a refugee recently traveling from Thane that noted a small cavern in the woods near there that a few dwarves had been consistently going in and out of at night.
Okay.
We will be on your coattails soon, I assure you.
We'll see you there, Sandy.
No response.
Okay. I kind of look to the group, and especially, I imagine the family, just through all of us having this little conversation in our heads, they're still rejoicing and all that.
Yeah.
I want to point out Ivan, and I just want to look at him expectantly.
We can. Oh wait! Before we go, I put my hand on Ivan's shoulder. We can all tell them together. It doesn't just have to be you, Ivan. It doesn't have to be on the fall of your shoulders alone. We all know this information.
Greg, hearing you guys, sort of just with his hand on Aldrada's shoulder while Aldrada and Nina are talking, he looks over at Rakshada and he's like, what do you mean? What do you have to tell us?
That's not Greg.
What do you mean? What do you know that I don't? Y'all come in my home and keep secrets from me?
We have done so many things to save your home. Do not talk like that.
Well, y'all are acting awful suspicious right now.
You're often very suspicious people.
Oh, that's not a lie.
It's just how it come off. But you've seen what we can do, all right?
That's very true.
But listen, I'm going to tell you something. And I sit Aldrada and Greg down. And I get down on one knee like I'm talking to a toddler to try and ease them into the news. Yeah. No, you can't have candy before dinner. I mean.
So you're being condescending.
No. It was a joke. It was a reference to our daily life. Okay. Anyway, when I was coming to Nina's room, I noticed a door with 2 hearts that said the name Philo. We happened to meet a young girl. Her name was Philo.
Greg leans forward expectantly. He's like, well, go on.
Blonde-haired, blue eyes. Long blonde hair, blue eyes, short.
It's my Philo.
Okay, well, she's not exactly missing as you think, or dead, or whatever you may have thought. She has been turned into a lycanthrope.
What?
Something similar to me,
Yeah.
but not me. So, see, I am a cat person that can speak to you, and I have full fur and ears and all that. But your Philo, she now can transform herself into a bear. Yes.
and she is one hell of a bear at that.
This is not the subject to be making jokes about, y'all.
I assure you. No, she has turned into a very generous young lady. She is kind. She is strong. She is generous. You would be so proud to see how your daughter has turned out. I cannot even explain to you.
But the thing is, it's not the whole truth. We met her at a certain camp called Strongjaw Keep with a group of lycanthropes where I suspect she was seeking shelter. We split up the party in order to gain more information on a certain thing. And it seems that Philo and her companion, Fumi, have gone missing. But I think she is more than capable of handling herself in the state that she is now.
Absolutely.
So, you found my daughter. She's some kind of shapeshifter now. And then you lost her again.
It's not the brightest week. Greg, I stand up and I'm starting to get a little heated at Greg. Okay? Listen here, sir. I bang my hand on the wall or wherever the harder surfaces. I've kept my patience for in Adawai's name, and I put my hand on my chest
holy symbol,
with
yes.
the holy symbol. But I must ask you to be calm. We're worried about Philo and Fumi too. They've helped us out as well in many battles, but we can't help that other things have come up. We've done a lot for your family, and I really hope that you extend your generosity to us as we have to you, and not give the dude.
I would go on to second that, yes.
Fine. Alright. Been pulling double shifts at the orchard. Not that anybody else worked there since y'all took my Ivan.
First of all, there are plenty of drunk teenagers running around town. Why don't you actually I don't know, go looking around for some proper help? You could definitely use it.
Nah, I don't like it when y'all make good points.
Yeah. Maybe, Old Bucket in town. He might know of some young kids in need of money.
It's weird that you mention that. Every time I pass him, I feel like he can actually see me now.
Yeah, the world is a mysterious place, and there are people helping people all over.
Yeah. Alright, well, best I can do for y'all, having to pay off all these damn doctors, is offer you a place to stay while you're in Charn. If you're ever back, our doors are open to you.
Oh, well, that is very kind.
He hands Rakshata a small weathered key.
Found it.
It's about that size.
Nice.
Small weathered key. Where does this do? Where does this go to?
That is my skeleton key. I had the locks on this house custom made, and the locks on the shed in the orchard custom made. On your way out of town, if you drop by the orchard, there's about a bushel of apples there. If you need some, take what you need. Please leave me some to sell.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I didn't mean to get thrown with you, but we've had an interesting time, and as you see, and I'm motioning towards Mondo with his giant fucking wings. It's been a bit of a crazy time for us.
It has.
We'll probably grab about half of your bushel and head on our way to Thrain. Do you have? Go ahead.
I was just going to say I do have to talk to Ivan sometime soon, but depending on how this conversation goes with my special trainee here, the reason I asked Xandris for a couple more days. We have had a hard couple of weeks. Me and Rattle being probed constantly by fate and our patrons. It just really wasn't a fair experience all the way around. I have something planned for us, but Ivan, I need to speak to you in private. I think you don't owe me anything other than an answer.
All right then.
So let us step outside for some fresh air.
Is everybody going?
I mean, he said in private, so.
Just really, I looked to the group. You guys just come out in 3 minutes. Just I guess give Nina a big hug for me.
Oh, I'll give her a small, very gentle hug.
Yes, but with big heart.
Yes, got it.
Alright, take
I do
Ivan
that.
outside.
I take off my armor piece before I like cradle her
Oh.
in my my chainmail kinda.
Okay. Hold that thought. I'm gonna jump over to Mondo and Ivan. You guys get outside. The air is sort of chilly. There's a slight breeze. The light from the sun at dawn is just barely peeking over, illuminating the sky in like pinkish purples and dark blues. What do you do?
I look at him. So, you never came and talked to me after I went to bed.
I'm sorry. I was.
You were training down in the training room, of course.
Yeah, tending
right?
to my armor.
Yeah, absolutely.
I absolutely accept your offer, Master.
So, with that being said, now comes the. It's not actually the hard part. I want to show you something beautiful, but if you truly do take on this honor, I have to have something made for you, something fitting of a champion. And the only person who I would trust to make such a thing, he is very, very far away. And this time of year, my home city is actually at its most peak. The beaches are beautiful. Everything. We really all deserve a break, and I could get in touch with an old friend of mine. His name is Untango. He's a dark elf, a drow. I don't know if you've ever met one, but he is the best armor smith in all of Eberron as far as I am concerned. And I want him to make your piece.
Wow. I don't know what to say besides thank you. And I believe I've already proven this, but I'll say it again. I'm willing to lay down my life for this group.
And this group is willing to lay their life down for you, and I pull him in for a hug.
He hugs you back.
Oh.
I go back in. I have some exciting news to tell the party. We are going on vacation, if they will have us. I walk back in to gesture everybody outside. Oh, Samira, please.
Mello. You doing okay, buddy?
Come here.
Wake up from your nap.
Come here, Bubba. Oh no, Luke's gonna do that.
Oh.
So cute. I haven't been petting over an hour. I just woke up from a nap.
All right. So Mondo and Ivan walk back inside and inform everyone in the group about the vacation.
Well, is this something you guys would be interested in? I mean, we have had a really hard time.
Mellow. Rakshata,
What? I'm sorry.
you're being
I'm
spoken to.
Sorry, I'm responding to chat. But what was that again? I'm sorry.
No, it's just Mondo walked back in, pretty much gave you all the rundown of what I just told Ivan. And I say, well, would you guys accompany?
Of course.
A vacation is well needed, and I can get us there lickety split. I've actually been waiting about a week or so to do this for us. I've never had this opportunity. So, okay, this is going to be weird. We all have to hold hands. I know, it's silly. But we all have to hold hands. So Ivan, I want to call out to Polly. Polly, come downstairs, please.
Polly walks down and like, what is all the commotion, you guys?
It's like 5 in the
Really?
morning.
Yeah.
Polly, would you like to get away for a couple days?
To do what exactly? I've already had my shop shut down for a week.
Well, just to, for one, get some relaxation, maybe some beachfront, do some swimming. It's been a while for me. I don't know about you guys.
What's up, man?
What about Xandris?
We can.
We still have to keep our end of the
Yes,
bargain.
of course. We will do the same thing I'm doing here. We will teleport her right onto his current location. It's actually quite cool.
Okay. What's up?
So,
Good to see you. Oh, I love that hat. I have a full Deku cosplay.
really?
Mm-hmm. It's in the back. Even made the Timberlands with the red spray paint.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. That was awesome.
But yeah, I guess I'd
Well,
inform Polly.
You can have
pretty
one of
much.
the chairs. My sister isn't coming, unfortunately.
But yeah, I guess I inform Polly and see if she wants to come with.
Well, I really appreciate the offer, but I've never been outside of Corvair or had the means to, and if I go on vacation, I want it to be earned with my own labor.
Well, I promise you, it costs me absolutely nothing to add you in.
Well, if you insist, I suppose I could try and teach the cat lady over here, or the large bird, a thing or two about potions.
Yeah, and I kind of nudge Ivan to let him know that what I just did was for him.
He sort of turns around. Sort of gestures for the low fist bump.
But yeah, I reach out my hand and I keep the sword. I keep the sword in the hand that's going to touch with Ivan, and then I reach out to everybody else.
Where? Okay.
Hey, listen, just to have some faith.
I believe
Berg,
in you.
you coming, right, Berg? Bentley?
Yeah. So, Berg hops on Bentley's saddle, and then Bentley walks up into the circle.
This is just, let me add up here. This isn't more than 8 people.
No, it's just Rattle, Rakshata, Ivan, Mondo,
Bird.
Polly, Berg, Bentley, 7.
Ooh,
All right.
We're all holding hands.
Yeah, I'm gonna focus. I'm gonna do my little brother's house because I'm not ready to talk to my parents yet. I'm gonna teleport to my little brother's house.
It's apartment. Oh gosh, we're teleporting. Holy shoot-a-loos.
Alright, roll 2 Arcana checks.
Wait, is that a spell or are you using a witch?
No, I'm using teleport.
Holy shit! I didn't know you
Roll
got
2
teleport.
Arcana checks.
Oh no, a 12 and a 2, but my Arcana is a +6, so 18 and an 8.
18 and an 8. Alright. Sorry, I gotta get the Eberron world map pulled up.
Caspian Island.
Yeah. Alright, you guys are teleported. You feel your forms, both spiritual and physical, split into multiple infinitesimally small particles and are launched through space at an incredible speed.
What the fuck is this?
You sort of reform and your particles shoot back together all at once. It's very jarring. Very little time has passed. It's the same time of day that it was, but you are all now on a it's like 5:30, 5:40 in the morning.
And we teleported to where?
You guys are now on the continent of Zendrick.
Yep.
Holy
Here.
shit!
We're on
We
a
are so
we're on an island attached to the continent. It's very
Yeah.
Huh.
we're far away from home or whatever.
Goodness
We're far away from
gracious.
Sean rather. Very far.
This isn't Kansas anymore.
Not
so,
even
Shit.
Continent
of
Zendrick.
Zendrick.
This was the last continent, or, well, the continent that this island is nearest to was the last place that you guys shipped out from.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh. So what's the landscape like?
You guys are, some of you are flat on your back on a plateau. It's sort of rocky. There is some like foliage, a few trees, and next to a patch of larger trees is it's a nice house, humble but nice.
Like plateau. And when you say plateau, do you mean like grassy green, or like just more desert?
Where exactly was your little brother's house on the island?
It's about 2 hours. So from the very top of the island,
Where the
2
volcano
hours.
is at?
Yeah. So kind of off to the left, 2 hours down to the coast. So almost, I'd say, jettisoned to the volcano. The volcano would be directly to the east.
You would have visual of
the volcano.
Yes.
Shit. So
Okay. So you guys are, yes, on a grassy, more tropical plateau. It's overlooking a very nice black sand beach.
Whoa. Okay. You're right about the vacation, Mondo.
Yes,
I was just looking around.
this is where I was born.
And there is a small post with a wooden sign on it that reads Calicia in the paint that it's carved with, or filled in with, since it's been carved, is red with gold filigree on the outside of it.
So this is the home of my little brother Blair, or if he still
Blair.
lives here. It's short for Blairington, but he does not like to be called that.
That's Blair.
DM's gotta take notes too.
Masterwork Smith, brother of Mondo.
Oh no, my brother's not the Smith.
Oh, he's not?
Ulongo's closer to the coast. He's like an hour walk away.
Never mind about the Smith part. So what do we need to see your brother for? Do you just want to?
I mean, I didn't want to pop in on Ulongo's shop this early in the morning. I didn't want to start with him, but I do miss my brother. I didn't want to pop us in at my parents' house. It's been a little bit. I'd like to see my little brother, though.
Okay,
Alright.
I'd like to meet them. See how similar you two are.
I don't give a shit how early it is. I'm going to knock on his door.
Alright, and you do. Give me 1 second here.
Okay, no problem. Where it's really hot.
Yeah. That's their slogan.
Don't mind me, he's laughing at my jokes. Yep.
That's alright, I don't blame you. If I were as funny as you, I'd laugh at my own jokes too.
Come here,
Okay, so you guys walk over and knock on the door. It's constructed well, still humble, but, it's a house. You knock on the door, you wait a couple minutes, and a well-dressed high elf answers the door. Would you care to describe your younger brother?
Right. Yeah, I mean, he's actually, despite being younger, he's bigger than Mondo is. Just has a little bit, like I'd say about 50 more pounds on him. But he's not like a magic man or anything. He's very straightforward, businessy. definitely.
God.
He has similar hair, but no, not the same lifestyle as Mondo at all, as far as all the magic shit is concerned. They grew up a little differently.
He's sort of rubbing his eyes as he's got the door open. He says, "Resort maintenance doesn't start until 8."
And I just shake him by the shoulder, and I'm like, "Pay attention. Hello, it's
brother.
nice to see you." And I pull him in for a hug.
He hugs you back.
How have you been? I see you're still living on the island.
Yeah. Don't yell at me. Mom and Dad are trying to do this resort thing with half the island. You know how they are.
Yes, they're always trying to make some money off of somebody, aren't they?
Absolutely.
Well, I have brought my friends here just to kind of see my home, just to spend a couple of days, really just take a load off.
Holy shit, is that a bird?
Yes, absolutely. That is my friend Rattle. He is very interesting, man of few words, but many thoughts.
He does a very small bow towards Rattle, but keeps his nose high.
Typical Calicia.
And then what about me? Is there's me? Yet.
I mean, you're standing with them, so yes.
Hello, Dad. I just put my hand out for a handshake.
He lightly shakes your hand, whispering to Mondo, "Your friend is heavily armored."
Absolutely.
Did I do something wrong?
No.
Okay.
This is how my friend's dressed. It's just that is the rock shot that she is very intelligible.
I like to think I'm pretty strong in battle. I really like to care about people, and your brother's a freaking jerk sometimes.
I know.
Look at those. I gesture towards the wings. Did you not notice something different about
There's
him?
always something weird going on with Mondo. He's the only magician in the family, and seeing what it's done to him, I think it's going to remain that way.
So you've seen
God,
similar things done before then? On account of his...
Unfortunately, he was the victim of my very early little magical jokes and things and such.
Great.
Especially when I was first going through magic school.
Yeah. One of my friends made him mad, and he used that that one spell.
Yeah.
And he followed my friend around and kept an orb of light in his mouth for the entire day.
It is true. That was a very funny day. He ended up crying at least 4 times.
Nobody could talk to him without getting blinded. It was terrible.
His own mother wouldn't even speak to him. It was a joy. Well.
How are you guys feeling? You want to take a break soon?
Yeah, I mean, now that we're, here on an island thousands of miles away from home, I think a break would be...
Alrighty. Well, we're going to take a short break there.
Alright.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I'm
Make
just
sure to
going
come
to
back.
briefly pause the stream, and we will be back in 10-15